If you're into camping, fishing, van life, or just generally spend loads of time outdoors or on the move, you don't really need me to remind you how much you rely on portable power. It's almost essential to keep your battery-powered stuff charged up. Phones, tablets, laptops, lights and so on. But if you're filming with cameras or drones, whether it's for fun or even if it's your job, there's an even greater need to charge your drone and camera batteries as well as power lights and anything else you need. Especially if you're on an all-day shoot, the last thing you want is to run out of batteries. And if you're an FPV pilot, those LiPos run out in about 4 minutes and you can never have enough charged batteries for that essential last flight or race. A couple of months ago, I upgraded the power station I'd been happily using all through last year to this Allpowers R600. It's got a capacity of 299 watt hours, which is perfect for my insatiable need for more power. I'll give you my top 5 reasons why I chose this, 2 of which you'll probably never have thought of, but take advantage of a unique and game-changing feature. Oh, I do hate that clickbait phrase so much, but in this case, I think it's warranted. Hello, and welcome to the Worldly Bloke channel. About this time last year, I got hold of and reviewed this Allpowers S300 power station that I've been using all the time, especially on my commercial video and drone shoots, and I've been extremely happy with it. So, why bother upgrading? Well, this R600 power station is a bit like the S300, but it's got some features that I really wanted. It's got a slightly higher 299 watt-hour capacity, and it's bigger and heavier than the S300, but it charges very quickly. It's got a built-in charger, so all you need to carry around is a mains lead, like this, and this will charge from empty in an hour. You can charge it from portable solar panels or a carport as well, but the fast charge time on the mains outlet is mighty impressive. And also, this uses lithium iron phosphate batteries internally, so the degradation in their capacity over time and charge cycles will be minimal. And I mean, it's not particularly heavy, 5.8 kilos. It's also very quiet when it's charging and when it's being used to power stuff. The fans in here seem to be temperature controlled, so they only run as fast as they need to keep it cool rather than just being on or off. And sometimes having a noisy battery charger sitting in the corner when you're trying to video an interview, it just isn't acceptable. This also has an integrated uninterruptible power supply, or UPS. And as soon as I saw that on the spec, I knew what I needed it for and the decision was made. A UPS essentially keeps your AC devices running even when there's a power outage. And this is normally associated with keeping computers running during power spikes or outages, and they tend to be big, dedicated static boxes. But this fast 10 millisecond switchover from external to internal AC power in a portable power station is an awesome feature, particularly if you're involved in 3D printing or live streaming. I'll explain what I mean by that a bit later. So, this has capacity of 299 watt hours and it uses lithium iron phosphate batteries internally. It's got a built-in charger that will charge from empty in just an hour. Now, I haven't drained this to empty yet, but for me, it's never taken anywhere near an hour to fully charge on the mains input. Now, you can also charge this using portable solar panels connected to this XT60 here, or you could use your car cigarette lighter. 12 or 24 volt works. And then this is your mains input for the charger that's built in here. On the front, there's a couple of AC power outlets, and these are 240 volts because this is the UK version, and this will vary depending on where in the world you've ordered this. The output is rated at 600 watts pure sine wave, that can cope with 1200 watt surges. Now, for all practical purposes, pure sine wave simply means this will happily power your audio gear without any annoying buzzing or interference. There's a couple of 18 watt USB-A slots here, and there's two 100 watt USB-C PD slots, and that means you can get 20 volts, 5 amps of full PD charge capability from these. There's also a 12 volt, 10 amp car outlet, and you've got this super bright camping light, a couple of levels and flashing. Crikey, that's bright. Turn that off. And on the top here, there's also this wireless charge pad for your phone. The display on here is pretty nice and obviously shows you the charge status, but usefully displays the input and the output power as well as the remaining time until it's empty in days and hours, as well as how long it's going to take to finish charging. It's all very intuitive with some icons along the top to show you what's turned on and what's going on. If I turn the lights out, hopefully you might be able to see the display a little bit better. There we go. And you can see here it's showing you the charge status 99% full. This is the input and the output. So if I plug the mains in here, it should show us that it's charging. Hopefully. And then I'm going to plug this USB power pack in here. Oh, there we go. It's gone to 86 watts input. It takes a little while. I'll plug this in here. Let me turn that off a second. These are all controlled by switches. The DC part of it is controlled by that switch, and AC is controlled by that switch there. So we can see here, there's some icons along the top that show you what's going on. We can see something's happening, and we've got 75 watts input and 53 watts output. Sorry, 59 watts output, and that checks with what this is showing on here, 59 watts. And according to this, it is going to be fully charged in 3 minutes. The reason is because I've got the mains plugged in, even though it's charging this. But if I unplug that, then we've got no input charge, and it's showing that it's going to take 3 hours before it's fully discharged. It says 3 hours remaining. I'll keep this going for 3 hours. Fantastic. And I've got a little mains charger over here. So let's plug this in here and turn that on. And I could charge up, say, there we go, that's powered up. Charge up these batteries off here. It's a little bit complicated. But where's my pointer gone? Oh, there it is. So we can see that there's no input because we haven't got any mains input on here. And we're using 42 watts, or consuming 42 watts. And that is going to take 5 hours before this is flat. So there's plenty of charge on there here to charge up my drone batteries. Let me unplug that. Let's move that out of the way like that. Now, this does come with a very comprehensive manual. Let's have those lights back on so we can see what's going on. Ooh, there we go. Lots of stuff in here. Multi-language. And there's a warranty on here. So basically you can claim your warranty, which is up to 5 years. And in the couple of months I've been using this, it's worked as expected, without fail. So here's my top 5 reasons you should consider buying the Allpowers R600. Some bleeding obvious and some not so obvious. If you're into an exciting life outdoors, you need something like this to power camping lights, recharge your phone, tablets and laptops. Also, you don't want a loud fan buzzing away while you're trying to get to sleep in your tent. This is surprisingly quiet, and you can keep this charged up during the day with solar panels, and Allpowers have a range of portable panels that work with this, and I reviewed those last year. If you're out all day on video shoots with cameras and drones, you obviously don't want to run out of batteries, because that would be pretty embarrassing. This is especially true if you need to use a drone to video a day-long event to capture everything from dawn till dusk. You spend a lot of time hovering and flying around, just eating through your batteries and videoing things. Now, I like to use the rolling charge approach. For example, this Mavic 3 charger can sequentially charge 3 batteries. It takes about an hour to charge each one. So if you've got a 4th battery in the drone that's flying, 3 in the charger at various states of charge, I can roll the batteries through the charger and the drone. And apart from landing and charging the battery, this effectively allows me to fly all day when I use the R600 to power the charger. It hardly makes a dent on the remaining charge, if I'm honest. And it's also great for powering your lights if you're videoing interviews and so on. Why buy buckets of expensive MP or V-mount batteries? I just use this. If you fly FPV drones, you'll know just how fast their batteries get used up. And it's not like flying DJI-style camera drones that will easily get you 30 minutes flight time on a single battery. A typical FPV drone flies hard and fast, discharging lipos at anything up to 120C or even 130C. And if you get 5 minutes flight time, you're doing pretty well. So having a couple of multi-port fast chargers connected to the R600 will keep you flying for longer during the day, but they still take a long time to charge. So unless you've got quite a lot of batteries, you won't be able to keep going all day non-stop like you can with a camera drone, but it will keep you flying for longer. And as well as keeping your lipos charged, you'll obviously be able to recharge your high-power ELRS transmitters, which eat up power, and your FPV goggles as well. 3D printing is a fantastic technology, and it's well within the reach of all of us these days, but it does take a long time to print things. And there's nothing more annoying than starting a print to run overnight, only to find out there was a power outage or a spike, and your 12-hour print, like this one, is just an incomplete blob of unfinished PLA sitting on the print bed. But if you power your printer using the R600 while it's plugged into the mains outlet, its built-in UPS function can preserve your sanity and your prints. So I've got my Ultimaker 3 powered from the R600, and as you can see, it's sitting here at 99%. It says it's charging. It's going to take 2 minutes to charge, but it's actually using 150 watts or so of output power, and the input power is 81 watts. Notice the little UPS icon at the top. So let's say you get a power outage in the middle of the night. I'm going to unplug the power on the R600. Now we've got no UPS symbol. We've got 0 watts input, but they're still drawing 150 odd watts. Printer's still going. You're going to come back and find your print complete when you get back in the morning. And if the power picks up again, sorry, if I'll plug that back in, get my head in the way. Where are we? There we go. Not even a glitch. Fantastic. And this should show that we're in UPS mode. There we go, in a minute. Got the UPS symbol back, and it's showing that we've got 81 watts of input charge power. It's fantastic. When I'm doing any long prints over a couple of hours, I've been using this on every single job. If you watch some of my other videos on the channel about building live streaming cases and gear, you'll probably have realised it's something I get involved with quite a lot. Now, if you've got a live streaming setup for your YouTube channel and the power goes out, it's really, really annoying, but there's no consequences apart from maybe an apology. But if you're streaming a pay-to-view live sporting event or a live band gig, there's real consequences. You might not get paid. So, live streaming companies go to great lengths to ensure they have redundancy for everything. And this is especially an issue if you're live streaming an outdoor event and you're on that vulnerable generator power. If there's an outage, all the cameras will just keep running on their own batteries, but the modems, video switches, monitors and so on will just die along with your live stream. Generally, things like ATEM minis and monitors aren't using a huge amount of power, and I've seen all sorts of backup solutions using expensive V-mount batteries in arrays all over the place. But if you power everything from the R600, it's perfectly able to provide more than enough power for live streaming setups. And if there's an outage, its UPS feature will seamlessly keep you up and running for an hour or two with no fuss or interruptions. And that will just keep everyone very happy. Now, the price on this in the UK is £229.99. Let's call that £230. And Allpowers have kindly given me a discount code so you can get 5% off if you decide to buy one. And just like the S300, this R600 comes with a 15-day money-back guarantee and a 5-year warranty. And that all sounds very good to me. They have local shipping warehouses, so UK orders are provisioned in the UK, and mine turned up in about 2 days. There's a couple of observations I'd like to make on this. Not criticisms exactly, just niggles, really. Now, one of the great things about the S300 is the location of the AC outlets. They're at the top of the case, and this makes plugging UK mains plugs in very easy. Remember, UK mains plugs have the lead coming out of the bottom. So there's plenty of room underneath for the cable. Same if you've got a plugged up transformer like this, or maybe an Apple charger, there's loads of room underneath to plug them in. Now, the R600 has the AC outlets at the bottom, in fact, like most other power stations. Makes plugging something like this a little bit more awkward. And if you've got something like this, well, you've got no chance. If these AC outlets could be at the top, that would be fantastic. These two USB-C PD charge ports aren't bi-directional. You can only use them to power and charge things. It would have been great if you could charge the R600 on these ports as well. After all, USB-C power delivery is spec'd as bi-directional, and quite a few USB power packs implement it that way. It's not exactly a big deal, but it would have been nice. Now, I've been using this for the past 2 months for lots of different things, and it just works. As I said at the top, I haven't done any exhaustive load testing on this because that's been covered by so many others. And one of the reasons I got this was the excellent reviews I saw that did those tests all seem to agree. It functions to spec. And there's nothing I've seen or experienced since I've got it that contradicts what I expected it to do. Like I said, it just works, and it works well. And it's a great price with a 5-year warranty and money-back guarantee. I'm not sure there's much more you could ask for, to be honest. Links to the Allpower website and products are in the video description below. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, give me a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you can follow me there as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.